Yes people, welcome back to my first long form in quite a while. Now, I want to talk today about my deadlifts. The last time I deadlifted to my maximal potential was last December at my first ever powerlifting competition. This was 180 kilos. Since then, I injured my back due to, I think, overexposure, but there's many reasons why I may have possibly injured my back. But like I say, I mainly kind of draw it down to the fact that I was trying to get to that 200 kilo mark so desperately for my deadlifts that I just wasn't listening to my body when I'd go and train. And that led me to basically my entire back seizing up and me not being able to deadlift at all for like a couple months and then slowly building up from there. But because it took so many months, I kind of got used to that lower weight range and I really needed a situation or an event to give me the confidence that I so desperately needed back in order to push for those PR territory deadlifts. And so me and my coach came up with a plan. This is a mock meet. So obviously, if you didn't know, powerlifting competitions are also called meets, and I'm doing a mock meet just like you would a mock test, where I go into the gym and it's just me against myself, seeing how well I can get at deadlifts and also a bit of bench too, but bench is a little bit of a side point. And so the whole point of this mock meet is basically, can I trust my back again? Do I have confidence in my back in order to get those PRs that I want to get in the future? And there was only one way to do that. So in early December was when I had my first powerlifting competition, deadlifting 180 kilos. Then from January to about May time, that's when I was really going through it with my injury rehab, teaching my back to actually be a back again and trying to win my confidence back ever so slowly. And then in June and July time, I was slowly building those numbers back up to the point where at the end of July, I managed to get 157.5 kilos on my deadlift. This is the most I've deadlifted since my injury. That was over 140 kilos, which I was very, very pleased with actually. And I knew this was the perfect opportunity to then go and push for a higher number because I was kind of riding the wave of confidence. I want to keep that confidence rolling to see if I can hit even closer to my original PR. So another block rolled around and it was finally time for my mock meet. It was literally today. That's why I'm still in the clothes that you'll see in these videos here. So I warmed up with 70 kilos, obviously the bar as well, 100, 110, 120, 130, and then it was time for my first kind of proper set. So I went for 145 kilos, and if I don't say so myself, I thought it moved pretty well. In the moment, I was definitely over analytical with it, looking for any excuse to kind of doubt myself, but I stuck to it anyway. I took that 5-minute rest, and then it was time for the 157 kilos. Like I said, I got this last block, so I wanted to hit this and then hit even higher. And just like I did last block, I finally hit it once more. I then took that 5-minute break yet again, and it was time to go for 170. Just to put that into perspective again, that's 10 kilos under my all-time PR, and this is by far the most I've done post-back injury. I'd like to sit here and say I was like really nervous, but I was kind of, let's just do it. I was kind of in that mindset of, right, boom, let's go for it. I go up to the bar, I get ready, I get in position, and I lift the 170 kilos. It's annoying because I feel like I had a little bit of a soft lockout. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, but in my opinion, I think I had a little bit of a soft lockout. But that shouldn't be the main takeaway from this mock meet. The main takeaway should be that I lifted 170 to pretty much 95% of the rep, if not more, if not 100%. And my back during the rep and after the rep felt absolutely fine. And you know, hours down the line now recording this video, I can also say it feels absolutely fine now. So that is excellent news because it's given me the confidence I need to reattempt those numbers like 180 and then push above that number to the 190 and finally 200 range. This 200 I have been chasing for like a year and a half now, and it's made me break my back over it, not literally, but took me out of the game for at least half a year. So I'm coming for you 200 kilos, and when I do get it, I will be so thrilled. So what have I gotten out of this? Well, I've gotten my confidence back, and to be honest, I left the gym with a smile on my face. 170 kilos on deadlift isn't a joke for me. You know, that is a pretty heavy, scary weight at the level I'm at right now. Obviously, I hope in a year, 2 years time, it will be absolutely nothing to me and I'll be well into the 200s, but only time will tell. But I really feel like I can start pushing my deadlifts again. I've also gotten out of it that I truly think we can close the chapter of an injured back until maybe I get a new injury, but fingers crossed, touch wood, that will not happen. The third and final thing I'd say I got out of this is that losing body weight or body fat doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to tank your strength. You know, I did the 180 kilos at about 120, I did the 105 bench at 118, and now I'm doing 170 at 107 and 100 at 107. So I'm really thrilled with that. Couldn't have gone much better, to be honest. And then final point is future goals. And for me, my future goal now is to still get that 200 kilos, but I say to get it at 105. That way I can feel confident in myself, in my strength, and in my lifts. And I think that's basically all you can ask for as someone that goes to the gym. Thank you for watching. If you didn't know, I make a ton of shorts, like pretty much every day, backlog of my training, how it's going, PRs, form improvements, all those kind of things. If you're interested in my journey or anything to do with my progress or kind of tips, or you want to give me tips, you know, it's a community here, guys. So if you have tips for me, I will gladly hear them. But just check out shorts if you're interested, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.